Fuck, I love that intro music. Oh, I missed this game. I missed this game so much. Welcome one and all back to the Valley and Shade. You're here with a man named Jack, and we're back for some more Ring Runner. Man, it has been... How long has it been since I recorded this series on that shitty old laptop back in college? It's been like 3 years? Nah, probably closer to like 4. Ugh, man. It's been like 2 years since I graduated, at least, and it... man. Feels good. Feels really good. Anyone who's been watching my family might have noticed a user by the name of Strawberry Herpes commenting on every single video. That is my lovely girlfriend. She's amazing, and I love her so much. This video goes out to you, Strawberry Herpes, because you specifically requested it. So apparently, back in my original Ring Runner series, I was hyping a story about what my brother did that caused a schism between my family, between my dad and my brother, that really never healed. So I figured that since this story came up in Ring Runners, I should talk about it during Ring Runners. And what we're gonna be doing, we're just gonna go in, we're gonna play some zombie survival on. Actually, hold on, back. We're gonna be doing. I am just inches away from 100%ing this game. And one of those achievements I haven't gotten yet is kill 75,000 enemies. So we're gonna be working on that while I tell this story. Also, I apologize ahead of time. I'm very sick. Oh god. Ugh. Cedar Fever is garbage. But we're gonna play with my Strobe 2.0 loadout. I might make another video just talking about this loadout because it's one of my favorites that I've made. We're going to be playing on the easiest difficulty, because all we need is kills, not glory. And we're just going to set the controller down. And we're just gonna chill. God. If it sounds like I'm dying, it's because I am. So, man. And you'll see right away, this is a ship that you don't have to touch anything. It's a ship that will kill anything that comes near it, and it doesn't do much else. But you know what? For passively farming zombies while I do absolutely nothing, that's all I need to do. So, man. This is probably going to be a short story, just because I don't remember a whole lot of it, but I'll do my best in between drinks, because I'm allergic to everything, and I can't take any allergy medication this week, because I'm getting an allergy panel done on Monday to see what I'm allergic to see about getting me some medicine to make me less allergic to shit, which, I can't wait for that. But you'll have to excuse me while I drink water every now and then. Alright, so, I'm going to preface this by saying that my brother is a different person now than he was then. He is a better person. He is more socially aware, and he was a good dude back when the story happened, but man, is he a fucking champion now. Love the guy. But we were, oh man, I'm not 100% sure I remember what the initial problem was, but he and my uncle, my dad's brother, had gotten into an argument about something? Man, I don't even really know what it was. Everything I know of this is secondhand, and it happened a fucking decade ago, so details will be sparse and probably wrong. And I wouldn't even record this video at all if not for the fact that I really wanted to show off this shit, because it's just look at this shit. I love this shit. But me and my uncle had gotten into an argument over something. It was, I don't remember what they were arguing about. It was about something trivial, probably, and inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, but they were arguing about it. And my brother has the great idea, like the argument is finished, And neither party is really satisfied with the resolution, but the argument's done with. My brother, it's the grand idea that he's going to go post something on Facebook. Now, this story is part of the reason why I fucking hate Facebook. Part of it is just that I really don't like Facebook. Like, there have been psychological studies that Facebook, like, people who regularly use Facebook are generally less satisfied with their lives and they're less happy. And it would take a long time to try to delve into psychologically why that is a trend that seems to show up. But moral of the story, I don't fuck with it. But he goes on to Facebook and he posts some mightier than thou comment about how some people just can't do whatever, and he's gonna have to be the bigger man and let something go, even though it's like some people just can't. And it's really, it was. My brother has a particular knack for accidentally insulting people without any understanding of what it was he said that was offensive. He's gotten a lot better about, realizing what other people are emotionally sensitive to, and he's gotten a lot better at judging what will or will not offend people. But back then, this wasn't even about that. He was just ranting because he was still angry and he wasn't willing to let it go, and so he was ranting on Facebook, which is a public forum that all of his friends have access to, including his cousins and aunt and uncle, all of which he was Facebook friends with at the time. And so when he posted this comment that was clearly about the argument and making my uncle out to be a petty man who couldn't let things go, my uncle, of course, he took exception to that. He very much took exception to that, as any righteous and proud man would. But he didn't admit that's what it was about. My family, we all were going to go shooting at one point, not long after that. I actually think, oh man, was it? No, man, I'm getting different stories mixed up now. I'm thinking the part where my uncle accused someone of pointing a gun at him, that was a different story when my brother's now wife, then girlfriend, met the family. That's a different story, I'm pretty sure. But my uncle, like, when my aunt and uncle saw this and were reasonably outraged, they started a big fucking shouting match. And me and Clint and the cousins just kind of like walked off. Like, my uncle wasn't mad at Clint. He just started yelling at my dad. Like, my dad and my uncle were getting into it heavily now. Like, me and my brother and my cousins, we kind of just like noped out and went for a walk in the countryside for a little bit. And then, not long after that, they got called up and cousins had to go back, and my aunt and uncle left in the middle of a family gathering. I forget if it was a holiday or some shit. It might have been Christmas. I really don't remember. But they just fucking left. And they would not talk to my brother or my dad or have anything to do with our half of the family for years. For years, this was a blood feud. And every time my brother was in the same room as them, something happened to make it worse. Like, it would have been enough if just old grievances were brought up. Anytime my brother and my aunt and uncle were in the same room, some new grievance came up that stacked on top of the old ones. And again, at this point, I don't believe my brother was ever consciously guilty of attempting to make things worse or attempting to insult them. He just, at that time in his life, he was just really not good at understanding what other people took offense to. And it just, for years, for years, it was a problem. And my grandfather actually wrote my aunt and uncle out of his will because they, like, my brother said some stupid shit and he tried to apologize, but in all fairness, they were the ones. Am I gonna die here because I'm standing in the poison? Maybe. Like, who cares? My aunt and uncle were the ones who kind of refused to let it go. Like, he made it. He would make it worse on accident, but they wouldn't let it go to begin with, so it didn't really matter if he made it worse or it. Oh man, it was terrible. It really was. It wasn't fun. Like it. I say it was a decade ago. It wasn't until I was in college, for 6 years, I think, our families, my dad and my uncle, didn't talk to each other. Just didn't. They didn't talk, didn't interact. Separate Christmas holidays. We were never at Grandma's house at the same time. It just was a big fucking feud. And yeah, it kind of, I don't know if it ever really got resolved. Like, I know my aunt and uncle are chill with me now. They showed up to my graduation. Did they show up to my graduation? I don't know. I don't remember if they showed up to my graduation or if they showed up soon afterward. But they were, like, very proud of me for graduating from A&M, and we had a grand old time. And I actually had a class with my cousin Chris. Chill dude. Good at computer programming and stuff. I don't want to do him dirty, but I want you to imagine, like, the stereotypical nerd, but with the body of, like, a stereotyped jock. Like, dude was fucking built. But he had glasses, and he loved computer programming, he played World of Tanks, and he was very smart. Dude was super fucking smart. But he was just, like, large and thick. Like, man. It's been ages since I've seen either him or my cousin Jonathan. I wonder what they're up to nowadays. But that's the very lackluster and detail-sparse story of how my brother caused a rift between our family. Actually, no, that's not fair. It's not fair to say he caused it. He was involved in its creation. But I don't think it's fair to say he caused it just because I don't remember. It was fucking ages ago. Like, maybe he was right. Maybe my uncle was being a little bit petty. I wasn't there for the argument. I do not remember the comment that got put to Facebook. Yeah, that's the story. And this is the strobe ship. And as you can see, the strobe ship is very good at what it does. And in honor of playing Ring Runner again, I'm going to have to bring my old outro back. Thank you all for coming, but I do hear my curtain calling. I must bid you lovely people adieu until I see you next time right here on the dark side. You stay classy.